we use tin can shakers in the studio. A shaker in Spanish is called chocayo, and it's used quite often in Latin American music. And we make different size cans to get different pitches and timbres of sound. And what we use inside the can is either rice, unpopped popcorn, birdseed, sand, or little rock pebbles. The different things that you use give you a different sound. And here are an assortment of different cans. This is a Sapporo beer can. It's quite large. Here's a soup can. These are tomato. One is tomato juice. Actually, both of them are. I thought one of them would be tomato paste. Here's our coffee can. I think we have something really light in here, but when you have to play slow, you like to have a little bit of a larger can so you have space to go front and back. And here's our Band-Aid can. So you can see how the different size cans and the different materials that you put in the can give you a different sound. And what you do is you just put in, after you have an empty container, you put in just a little less than a handful of material in it, and you then close the top with some tape. Is the easiest way to do it. Now there's even some smaller devices that you could use for shakers. Here's the Tic-Tac container with a lot of the Tic-Tacs missing. And we even use the little film cans and put some rice in them to get real subtle sounds. Or here's a cigar tube. Very subtle, but there are a lot of times when we're recording music, they want a real subtle sound. And speaking of subtle, how about a little bit of creamer? Now, besides the little shakers this way, there are different other ways that you can shake things. These are the legs that the women buy and put their stockings in. And I found that by putting 31 BBs, I don't know why that number works better than any other number, but 31 BBs in here, when you give it one twirl, it stays shaking for quite a while. And it really feels good in your hand too, because the BBs are just twirling around. Some other shakers are like beer. These are beer cans, and we put some handles on them. Or you can... Happy New Year! Here's a set of maracas we made out of the toilet bowl balls that are inside the inner workings of the toilet. And these are brass, so they get a really interesting sound. Another set of maracas can be made out of the little lemon juice containers and put pencils on the bottom of them and some rice material or bird seed inside. How about these? These are the tops of chain link fences. There's an instrument in Brazil called caxixe, spelled C-A-X-I-X-I, pronounced caxixe, and they're used with an instrument called the berimbau, which is a bow that gets an interesting sound. A couple of other things that we can do with cans. These are, or tin, these are the little cookie molds to make little cakes. And we found that because they're corrugated on the bottom, they get a really interesting sound.